Hello, everyone. Paul Gigliotti here with the California MBA. Today, I want to discuss a proposed legislation moving through Sacramento right now that could significantly change how mortgage relief works during a declared emergency. While we understand the intent is well-meaning, it raises serious concerns about the unintended consequences for the very homeowners it's trying to help. I want to take a few moments to walk through two policies addressing forbearance and why it matters. As we know, forbearance is an established tool that allows borrowers to temporarily pause or reduce their mortgage payments during periods of financial hardship. And let me be clear, the California MBA supports helping homeowners in times of crisis. But it's critical that the policies put in place actually work for the homeowners they're intended to protect. Which is why I want to talk to you about AB 1842, the California Emergency Mortgage Relief Act. This bill would expand the existing disaster mortgage rules statewide anytime a state of emergency is declared by either the governor or the federal government, and would establish new obligations that go well beyond the current law. The challenge is that mortgage servicing operates within a highly structured system governed by federal law, investor requirements, and contractual obligations. When a new layer of state requirements is added on top of that system, it doesn't create clarity, it creates conflict. This bill goes further than current law by applying these requirements to any state declared emergency, even if the federal government has not issued a state of emergency. This may create conflicts with federal agency guidelines. The bill includes provisions relating to timelines, borrower notifications, reporting, and compliance standards, many of which already exist at the federal level. As a result, implementation would require aligning multiple sets of requirements during time-sensitive emergency conditions. In practice, this can lead to delays in assistance, increased complexity for borrowers navigating their options, and potentially disruption in the availability of credit. At the very moment when clarity and speed are most important, conflicting requirements can create confusion, and that is the last thing homeowners need during a crisis. AB 1842 also introduces additional legal risk by creating private right of action for technical violation. Accountability is important, but within a highly complex, federally regulated system, even minor unintentional errors could expose servicers to litigation, regardless of whether a borrower has actually been harmed. That kind of uncertainty doesn't just impact servicers, it impacts the broader mortgage market. And when risks increase, access to credit can decrease, especially for the very communities we're trying to support during recovery. We're also concerned with how broadly the bill is written. AB 1842 expands the definition of residential mortgage to include properties of up to 10 units, extending beyond traditional consumer lending into more complex business purpose financing. This raises additional implementation challenges and potential unintended impacts on small housing providers and the rental market. A second bill, 1847, focuses specifically on borrowers impacted by the Los Angeles wildfires. This legislation would expand forbearance from 12 months up to 36 months. The key issue here is misalignment with investor guidelines. In many cases, servicers cannot offer extended forbearance beyond what is permitted by the investor who owns the loan. If state policy requires more than what those guidelines allow, it creates a gap between what is required in statute and what can actually be delivered in practice. From a borrower's perspective, that misalignment can lead to confusion about available options and expectations during recovery. We all share the same goal. We all want homeowners to recover. But both AB 1842 and AB 1847 introduce requirements that do not fully align with existing federal frameworks. This causes added complexity and raises broader questions about successful coordination and implementation. Our path forward should build on systems that already work, not create parallel frameworks that introduce conflict and complexity. Instead, we should be focused on aligning with existing federal disaster relief programs, improving borrower outreach and education, and addressing the real barriers that slow recovery, like permitting delays and rebuilding challenges. At the California MBA, we're committed to working with policymakers to get this right. Because at the end of the day, successful disaster relief depends on policies that are clear and actionable. Let's make sure the policies we put in place do exactly that. Thank you for your continued engagement and support.